Today I'm going to show you how to use famous movies to improve your Spanish translation skills. Textbooks are made for Spanish learners, so if you want to sound like a native speaker, why wouldn't you use materials that are made for native speakers, like familiar movies dubbed in Spanish?
Me convenciste con tu hola.
First, let's check out the quote in Spanish, and then I'll give you 5 seconds or so to translate a little bit of it on your own.
Mamá siempre decía, la vida es como una caja de bombones. Nunca sabes lo que te va a tocar.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
So, in this translation of Forrest Gump, you never know what you're gonna get has been translated to nunca sabes que te va a tocar. This is hard because tocar can literally mean to touch, and it has a huge range of meanings. It's kind of like get in English. You can use it in a lot of different places. So let's look at some of the different meanings so we can understand better what the quote means. So tocar can mean to play an instrument. Yo toco la guitarra. I play the guitar. It can mean to literally touch someone, but we're looking for this translation. Is one's responsibility, falls to, or is one's turn. The verb tocar is most often used in the third person, as you can see, and we use an indirect object pronoun with it to show whose responsibility or whose turn it is. So when you say ahora me toca a mí, it means that now it's my turn or it's my responsibility.
¿Hablas conmigo? ¿Me lo dices a mí?
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Hablas conmigo literally translates to, are you talking with me? Which to a native English speaker sounds a little bit weird. If you are a native English speaker, you'd probably want to translate, are you talking to me? To hablas a mí, which is actually okay to do in Spanish. But if you really want to sound more fluid, more native, you can say hablas conmigo. It's much more common.
Siempre tendremos París. We'll always have Paris.
When you are translating Spanish to English, it is really important to remember that if you have an adverb, that you can put the adverb right at the beginning of the sentence, and that's totally normal. For example, the phrase from FluentU, siempre hay que estar evolucionando. In English, we probably wouldn't say, always we should be evolving. That just sounds a little weird. In Spanish, it's normal. As you can see, I'm using FluentU today to teach, and this is a fantastic resource if you want to sound like a native speaker and you want to study online. It's pretty much the best thing I can recommend to you. I'm going to leave a link for a free trial of FluentU in the description box of this video. Check it out and let me know what you learn.
No permitiré que nadie te arrincone. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
When you are translating, one of the biggest challenges from Spanish to English is that Spanish has so many more words than English does. For example, the verb arrinconar means to put in a corner, or it can mean to shelve, or it can mean to isolate, and we just don't have a word like that in English. So as a translator, it's up to you to try to pick the word that most encompasses what's being said. The weird and magical world of translation, everyone. If you like untranslatable words, leave me a like in this video, and I will make a video about untranslatable words in Spanish.
¿Quiere traerme un martini seco con vodka? Agitado, no batido.
Would you get me a medium dry vodka martini?
What is
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred is probably the most famous use of the past participle in English in movie history. So it stands to reason that we will learn some great Spanish past participles from this quote. All you have to do is take the verb stem of the verb, for example, agit from agitar, and add ado to the verb stem, which gives us the past participle. This is the rule for AR verbs, and as we know, there are 3 types of verbs in Spanish: AR, ER, and IR. For ER and IR verbs, the only thing you need to change is you add IDO instead of ADO. Batido, well, just like that. That's all there is to it.
Francamente, querida, eso no me importa.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
The Spanish version of frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn is a lot more tame in Spanish at first glance than it is in English. Words can take on totally different meanings depending on the situation, the context, or even the tone of voice that's used. For example, someone can ask you, ¿Dónde quieres cenar? And you could answer, no me importa. Or you can answer, no me importa. So from that clip that we watched, although the word importar doesn't exactly have the same meaning as I don't give a damn, it's kind of implied in the situation and the tone of the word.
Me gusta el olor del napal por la mañana.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
In English, the quote is, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yet, in Spanish, it's been translated with gustar, which we translate back to English as to like. This is notoriously hard in Spanish to translate love into Spanish because there are so many different words for it. There's querer, amar, encantar, and gustar can actually be used sometimes in the sense of to love as well. As a translator, I think with this quote, I would probably use encantar because that's the word that I use when I want to translate a phrase like, I love spaghetti, I love the color red, something like that.
¡Saluden a mi pequeña amiga! Say hello to my little friend!
This is a great quote to practice the imperative in Spanish. The quote uses the verb saludar, which means to greet, in the imperative, and it's in the third person plural form. This is because the translation of this movie, Scarface, is a Latin American translation. And in a lot of Latin America, you will never hear the vosotros form used. It's always going to be ustedes. It doesn't matter if it's formal or not. When you're using the imperative form in Spanish, you can use the same spelling as if you were using the present subjunctive. So instead of it being ustedes saludan with an A, it will change to ustedes saluden. Saluden a mi pequeña amiga.
En ocasiones veo muertos. I see dead people.
In Spanish, you cannot tell from the present tense of the verb if an action is repeated or if it's happening only one time. For example, if I say in English, I am going to work, it means that it's happening right now. I'm headed out the door to work. But if I say I go to work, it means that I go every day. In Spanish, both of these phrases can be translated as voy a trabajo, I go to work, and you can't really distinguish between the two. So in this translation, they have added en ocasiones to the quote to show that the child isn't seeing dead people right at this very second. It means that sometimes he sees them or that he has the ability to see them.
Tú me complementas. Yo... Ya cállate. Cállate. Me convenciste con tu hola.
You complete me. And I just had...
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello.
You complete me and you had me at hello are two of the most famous romantic movie lines, I think, ever. And in Spanish, they've translated this as tú me complementas. So why haven't they chosen to keep it simple and just say tú me completas? Literally, you complete me. Well, actually, you can do both. When I was doing research for this video, I found versions that use both of those words. Some of them use complementas, some of them use completas. They're both okay to use. Make sure to check out the link in the description box below. I'm leaving a free PDF for you guys with all of the quotes that we learned today, plus a few more so you can practice on your own. I've prepared a great video for you guys where I discuss how I learned Spanish so fast and the kind of surprising methods that I used to learn. So I'll see you over there.